Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome and welcome back again to another video tutorial lesson from the Apex Predator Billiards Training Club. My name is Apex Elenia, and in today's video tutorial we're going to be looking at banking with center ball. A previous video was uploaded on my channel. You can find a link in the description box below and right here in the cards, where we spoke about banking with a rolling cue ball, a really reliable system that allows you to have a bit more confidence when it comes to banking with medium speed and having that cue ball under your control. Of course, banking with center ball is also a control bank, but it has more to do with when the object ball and the cue ball is lying on a dead track line. However, what a lot of players do not realize is that most of the time when they come a bit short of the bank or they come a bit long of the bank, it has to do with the referencing of the cue ball and the object ball. A lot of the times a person may believe that, oh, if I'm on a track line, if I bank with certain type of speed, I'm always going to get it into the bucket, and that's not going to be actually true. You have to take into consideration several variances, which is why banking has to be in the department of a feel system. Even though numerical values can be used to minimize the margin for error, you're going to find a lot of the time that banking has to do with feel, and just adding a bit of numerical calculations will just make the feel a little bit more comfortable for you, and you're going to be a little bit more confident. Now, being on a certain type of table, whether it be a slick table or a club table, depending on the humidity of the environment, also affects the bank. We're going to take a look at a couple of examples, and we're also going to be looking at Dr. Dave Billiards 1/3 more than twice, and of course my own adjustment system when it comes to banking from diamonds. This video is specifically related to banking with center ball. There are going to be other instances, other ways in which you guys already are banking and it works for you, but nothing is wrong in learning something new. So without further ado, let's jump right onto the practice table here and see what this bank system is all about. And of course, do not forget to subscribe, like, share, leave me a comment down below, and let's get onto the table and improve our banking with more precision. Alright guys, so a lot of you guys may have already been aware of the different track lines, the standard track lines, such as the 4-2 track line, the 3-1.5, 2-1, the 1-1/2 track line. But when it comes to banking with precision, you have to understand the referencing. My system that I'm first going to show you here is referencing the object ball with relationship to the cue ball. Dr. Dave Billiards system, based on my understanding, is a referencing of the cue ball with relationship to the object ball. So here is how I choose to recognize most of my dead banks. If I find that my cue ball is near to a track line, then if I find that my object ball is maybe like about 0.2 or 0.3, well 0.3 is a lot, so 0.2 of a diamond increment below the standard track line, then I know that I'm lying on what is known as a dead bank. And a dead bank is where I'm just using center ball and I'm banking with a medium speed like so. So let's say here, nicely done. So you see, I'm very confident and I have complete control over my cue ball here when it comes to banking, because I'm just a little bit below the standard track line. Now it works magically also whenever it is that I'm also on the 3-1.5 track line. Now, before I get into doing this example, let's look at what happens if you bank directly at the 3-1.5 track line. Most of the time you're going to find yourself coming up a bit short like so. And that usually happens, and you sometimes find yourself getting a bit lucky and it goes over to that side of the pocket, which is an interesting shot you need to put into your arsenal. Now, to prevent that from happening on your club table, you're going to have to try to use either the 1/3 more than twice, or you're going to be using my adjustment where I am 0.2 or so below the standard track line. So the standard track line here is 3-1.5. So if I find that my object ball maybe is, let's say 1.3, let's say 3 to 1.3, so I'm just slightly below. If I use center ball here with a medium speed, I'm going to find this object ball going into the pocket with relative ease, and I'm still having complete control over my object ball here. So again, nicely, I'm going to be on the 4 to 2 track line. Once again, guys, another thing that you also need to pay attention to is when you're banking at certain angles or just banking in general, you have to remember that you're not going to be banking at the diamond based on your perspective. Let's say here, you're always going to come up a bit short. You're going to be banking at the real groove that is in front of the diamond. So let's say that I come perpendicular to the diamond here, and I extend my cue to the edge and I pivot around. You can see that I'm literally just banking, it just looks like I'm banking way below the actual diamond here. So again, guys, if I'm like about a 0.2 diamond increment below here, then I know that this is actually a very dead bank, and with a medium speed, I'm always going to get results like this. Nice and clean into the pocket, guys, and I'm not really putting a lot of effort into it. Notice that my cue ball is always under control. Now again, it also works nicely with this diamond here. So we are on the 1 to 1.5 track line. Most of the time, this shot goes due to the narrow angle of incidence and reflection. Most of the time, even if you bank directly at 1 to a half, you're gonna find all the time that most of the time it gets into the pocket. Or you get a double kiss, okay? Sometimes it will go into the pocket, sometimes you get a double kiss like that. So what you wanna do is avoid that at all times. And let's say that you're gonna be banking at 0.4 maybe. So 1 to 0.4 or 1 to 0.3. Nicely done there, guys. Gonna have to bank that with a little extra speed just so that the 3 ball can escape the double kiss. That bank tends to be a very disappointing one when you miss it. All right, so that is for this section of the video where we're banking, where if it is that you find that your object ball is pointing towards below the standard track line, then with center ball and a medium speed, you're going to get a lot of consistent result as what was just demonstrated. Let's have a look at the Dr. Dave Billiards 1/3 more than twice bank system. All right, guys, so how is the Dr. Dave Billiards 1/3 more than twice bank system connected to mine? They are correlated. They are more or less the same. As I mentioned to you in the introduction of the video, it is that one is the referencing of the cue ball with relationship to the object ball, and the other one is the relationship of the object ball with reference to the cue ball. Kind of like very, very similar. But this time now with the Dr. Dave 1/3 more than twice, which is a system that I really, really like. Thumbs up to you, Dr. Dave, for contributing towards my kicking and my banking development over the years. Definitely great video. I'll leave a link down in the description for those who are not aware of this video, and you can also definitely get a lot more physical details from Dr. Dave. But here I'm just sharing my perspective on how I use his system to my advantage. So here now, if it is that, now I'm looking at the referencing of the cue ball with relationship to my object ball. And so if my object ball is perhaps, say, on a standard track line like the 2 to 1, then before I would aim the object ball a little bit lower than the standard track line, I'm gonna actually aim the object ball directly at the diamond, but this time now, I'm gonna be 1/3 more than twice the value of the standard track line. So 2 to 1, I'm going to be aiming from 2.3. 2.3, if I'm higher than twice the value of the diamond I'm aiming at, then this 2 is also considered to be a dead bank, and I can actually use center ball here and get results like this. Sweet, sweet, sweet shot, dear guys. No matter what table you're on, whether it be a club table or it be a slick table, you're gonna find that ball rocketing into the pocket with absolute confidence. All right, so here we go. We are on the 1/3 to 3, sorry, we're on the 3 to 1.5 track line here, guys. One other thing I want to mention to you in this video, guys, is the fact that a lot of the times you guys tend to aim exactly at the diamond from your perspective. And you need to understand that when you aim at the diamond, you always tend to come up a bit short. And then you try to use a little bit of spin to compensate, which also add a bit of inconsistency. So you have to remember that take your measurement directly in front of the diamond here and measure at the real groove. Dr. Dave Billiards also has another video which he spoke about where you can bank at the diamond with center ball, with speed, but that is called one more than twice bank system. I'll perhaps do a video on that for you too. So here I'm 1/3 more than twice the value. So the value over here is 1.5, twice that value is 3. If my cue ball is 1/3 more than twice that value, then I know that I'm on a dead bank with center ball and a medium speed. And I'm always gonna get results like this. Nicely done there. And I'm not putting any effort into it. I literally use a very basic fractional system here and it gets me consistent results. Let's say now that I am on, perhaps say here, I am on the 4 to 2 track line here. Okay, once again, if my cue ball is like 1/3 of a diamond, 1/3 of a diamond here, as long as I'm aiming towards here, 1/3 of a diamond, notice that my shaft is not on the 4-2 track line, but it's 1/3 more than twice. Then I know that here, this is going to be a dead bank like this to give me results. I come off a bit short there, guys, and that could be for several different reasons. Okay, I got close, but that could be a factor. Like I said, I could have accidentally, during the talking process, I could have actually just banked that ball towards the diamond. So an adjustment here is, again, just remember to bank directly at the real groove that is in front of the diamond. So here we go, a better attempt now, guys. Sweet, sweet, sweet shot there. All right, so definitely this is a system that you guys want to get yourself into. Just get on the table, put a few object balls out. It's really nice to use the system when the object ball is actually near to the rail, but it also works like magic if it's out in the open table like so. So let's take, for example, let's put this on the 35 to 17 track line. Okay, so that's just an odd, that's a diamond value that is in between here. So 35 to 17.5, so that's 19, 18, 17, that's about 17.5. Okay, if I'm using Dr. Dave Billiards 1/3 more than twice, that would have to be about here. That would be about fine. And if I'm on that diamond here, hopefully I've measured it correctly. Sweet shot there. That is the 1/3 more than twice, 35, 17 track line. Beautiful banking system there by Dr. Dave. And trust me, if you put some time and effort on the table, you're gonna find consistent result like so. All right, let's do an example here where we're banking off the end rail. All right, so remember now this is 40, so this is 50, 60, 70. Here I am on the 50 to 25 track line. So here this is 50 to 25 track line. Okay, okay, that looks perfect. So again, now I can use my system by adjusting like a 0.2 of a diamond increment below here. So if I use my system here, that's 50, and this is aiming towards about 22.5. Come up a bit short there. Let's try that one more time, guys. Okay, so that's 50. I'm aiming to about 22, so that's about 3 diamond increments away. Medium speed. Nicely done there. You're gonna get results when you bank with a system like this, during practice it may work out, during games you may come up a bit short, like shots like these, and you're going to come a little bit close to the pocket here or there and come a bit short sometimes, but it does work out like magic. Another simple example here, guys, and this is the final one here. We are on the 60 to 30 track line. Again, here, if we are like, say for example, 1/3, the previous example, I use my system. This last one here, I'm 1/3 more than 6. So I'm just going to be aiming here at 30 here. It's a bit close to the rail, guys, so I may have to tone down and just apply a bit of a follow here. And that's nicely done there. All right, because I was so close to the rail, I couldn't have aimed with center ball. I would have definitely come up a bit short. All right, so definitely get on the table, guys, and get some practice in for this bank system, super bank system that you guys definitely want to get into. All right, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notification bell, guys, to be notified. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and take care until next time. Until we meet again, continue practicing your game to develop your game with a level of consistency, precision, accuracy, and control. Take care, guys. Peace.